We're on the way south back to Melbourne from Christmas up on the northern New South Wales coast, and so we stopped in here at the Murray between Tokemore and Cobram, do a bit of camping. There's like massive amounts of camping right along the entire length of the Murray on the Victorian side, and it's all free. Anyway, so we got passed by a small hybrid caravan on the way in here, and when we came past this site, they were parked here, but they didn't seem to be doing too much, so we kept going, and then we did a U-turn and we were starting to head back, and they were heading along the track. And anyway, so it turns out there's about a 20-foot drop down to the river here, and it turns out they had a young child and they didn't want to take the risk, so we jagged it. So anyway, this is what it looks like. It's pretty good. There's a truckload of firewood already here, and so we've come in here and set up camp, and it's a fantastic spot right on the water's edge, or on the cliff edge, and yeah, so we'll show you around. So wandering over towards the river, you'd think you'd probably struggle to find a better spot than this. It's a bit of a drop off to the water, but someone's carved in an almost engineered staircase down. Went for a swim yesterday afternoon, and it's pretty good. Pretty pristine spot, looks fantastic. We were probably pretty lucky to get it. Now I'm going to walk you through what it really looks like. Alright, this joint is an absolute pigsty, and unfortunately I can't say in my experience that it's uncommon. It's a pretty common thing to be coming across this sort of shit in almost every campsite you'll come across. There's deal bags for your junkies lying all over the ground. There's bottle tops, pieces of paper, band-aids, general rubbish, grog bottles, smashed glass, and it's just literally riddled with shit and junk and discarded rubbish from these stinking pigs that come out here into the bush and treat it like their own personal dump site. There's discarded clothing. There's a bloody shower tent or a toilet tent sitting in the scrub just near where we're camped there, and this is what we were welcomed with here. These people are a fucking disgrace. There is toilet paper littered everywhere. Soda stream or soda charged bottles all over the ground, busted glass, busted bottles, tissues, every kind of shit pot rubbish from shit pot people that you could possibly imagine. Food, discarded food. It's just a fucking disgrace what these people do, and quite frankly they should be strung up. There's no excuse for this, taking out your own rubbish. So just heading off down the track, just out of camp, down along the edge of the Murray. Like, this is a pristine environment. Like, people should have a little bit more respect than what, well, people should have just even some basic kind of respect instead of being the arseholes that they are. So we walked about, I don't know, maybe 40 metres out of camp, and anywhere you walk in this bush, behind any tree, you'll find piles of rubbish, toilet paper and human waste scattered all over the place from these absolute turds. So continuing through, walking past any tree that's big enough to hide some stinking fat lazy bastard's arse, and there'll be piles of toilet paper literally everywhere. The unfortunate thing is that there's just no regulations for this stuff. Nobody polices this stuff, and these arseholes can't police themselves. More junk there, some kind of clothing crap over there. It's just insane. You know, it's a damn shame that some bloody snake didn't jump up and bite these arseholes on the arse and tip them over the Jordan. They should be bloody ashamed of themselves. You really got to ask yourself, what sort of conditions do these people live in at home? And do they require their mother to hold their hand through their entire life, or at some stage are they going to step up and become an adult, become a little bit responsible for their own actions? Like, this is not about and keeping the environment pristine. I'm not a greenie by any stretch of the imagination, but there's just no excuse for this sort of stuff. You know, you can enjoy yourself without being, you know, a bloody tree hugger and that, without doing this sort of stuff. You know, dig a hole for Christ's sake. You know, no one wants to see you shit when they go camping with their kids. Anyway, back to camp. So just walking around yesterday when we were just picking up a bit of wood to light a fire, there's this shovel line on the ground on the side of the track on the way in. So these lazy pieces of shit have even gone to the trouble of bringing a bloody shovel with them and not using it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So when we arrived yesterday, Barb's picked up, there's a heap of stuff around here, broken glass and stuff that's not too good for the dog. So she's picked up a heap of stuff that's just in our immediate area here and filled up that bag pretty much just from here. And as you walk around, just scan the ground, bottle tops, bread ties, cigarette butts, junkie bags, straws, rubbish, hair ties, any kind of domestic rubbish that you can think of. These arseholes have just dumped it here. There's your little tab bag for your average stinking urban street junkie. Obviously coming off up here, getting off their nut. And to be fair, if you're a stinking junkie, I'm not 100% sure why you need to come to the bush, because you could probably just shit in your lounge room because you wouldn't know the difference anyway. And you can probably might be able to pick it up from here. There's a bolt from a bow hanging out of that tree, and up the end there is a tree with a target on it. I don't know about you, but I can see junkies and bows and arrows probably ending badly, and it's a shame that it didn't